Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. I want to follow up. There's been a lot of very interesting conversation that has gone on since I dropped the presentation yesterday regarding whether or not Pennsylvania, in your opinion, issued a warrant prematurely. The facts that I just want to go over briefly with you is that in Pennsylvania, they were assisting Idaho. There were no crimes that Mr. Kohberger was accused of committing in Pennsylvania on the 29th of December, 2022, the day that everything happened. Judge Patty Worthington of Pennsylvania, Monroe County, jurist, signed a warrant at 4:35 p.m., according to the documents that we have, on December 29th. This was the equivalent of 1:35 p.m. in Latah County, Idaho. So again, the Monroe County warrant was signed 4:35 p.m. in Monroe County. But because of the time difference, it's 1:35 p.m. if you're standing in Latah County on December 29th at that time. The warrant in Idaho had not been signed, at least from the documents that we've seen. And if anyone can show me anything different, please do. The warrant in Idaho, signed by Magistrate Judge Megan E. Marshall, occurred at 2:22 p.m. If you're standing in Monroe County at that time, it's 5:22 p.m. So, without anything else before us, it appears that Pennsylvania acted prematurely in taking that warrant signed by Judge Patty Worthington at the equivalent of 1:35 p.m. Latah County time, when there was no active warrant in Latah County, and would not be until Megan E. Marshall signed one at 5:22 p.m. Monroe County time, or half hour after Patty Worthington signed the warrant. Now, why is this a big deal? Potentially, unless there's some issue that can be explained away why Pennsylvania's warrant came before Idaho's warrant. It's because the Fourth Amendment to the United States Constitution says that the people shall be secure in 4 areas from unreasonable searches and seizures: in their persons, their homes, their papers, and their effects, and no warrant shall be issued but on probable cause. The probable cause for the warrant in Pennsylvania, which authorized law enforcement to go and get Mr. Kohberger, to pull him out of his family home in Albrightsville, Monroe County, to take him down to the jail in Monroe County, to fingerprint book him, take his swabs, take his DNA, search his parents' home, take items off of Mr. Kohberger's person, take his car. Everything that was done was authorized by the Pennsylvania warrant. The Pennsylvania warrant, the probable cause for the Pennsylvania warrant was what was going on in Idaho. Again, he was not accused of any crimes in Pennsylvania, and nothing that happened December 30th, 2022 at 1:30 a.m. approximately occurred because of anything that happened within Pennsylvania. We're looking at the time of the warrants, and looking at the time of the Pennsylvania warrants, there was no active warrant yet in Idaho. I encourage you to look at the Pennsylvania documents. You can look at the extradition proceedings. You can look and see what was secured. You can look and see what time the judge in Pennsylvania signed the warrant, and you will see that, at least bare bones looking at the times, nothing else. Nothing about Is Mr. Kohberger guilty or not guilty of the crimes? Under the law, he is considered at this time to be not guilty. This presentation is all about, was there probable cause at the time that the warrant in Pennsylvania was signed that gave law enforcement the right to do the things that happened the next morning? That's it. I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts, but please do look at the papers first out of Idaho, Pennsylvania from December 29th, and let me know your thoughts. I greatly appreciate your comments, your feedback, and look forward to receiving further regarding this important matter. This is Kathy. Thank you so much for joining us here today.